We're live like 95. Let's grind. Name, Law Nation. They say Dak Prescott is a fool, Cole. Right? Okay. Ezekiel Elliott looking good. Parson. Shout out to him. He looking good. Observation for the nation, baby. Continue to grind and shine. Shout out to everybody that's jumping in and being part of this thing. For real, for real. I hope you got your libations, your coffee, whatever to relax your mind. You riding out with me, you rocking out with the nation for a couple of seconds here, right? Let's go. Yeah. All right. You see, ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Okay? So many things to wonder, and I ain't talking about Steven. A prize fighter. Continue to fight even when he's down. Shout out to all of my cryptocurrency warriors out there who's making money. Shout out to all the residual income people too. Let's go. Salute to Ashaniqua, Pookie and Ray Ray. Y'all know how this thing grind and go. Yeah. Yeah. Let me put this up there for a second. Let that slide around through. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I see somebody got some bold predictions in there. I see you. I'm gonna read it in a few. Still setting up over here. Shouldn't take much longer. Shouldn't take much longer. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Turn me up just a little bit more. They say a prize fighter continue to swing even when he's going down. Unless he's Chad Ochocinco, right? Nate Robinson. Chad got knocked out and he was like, nah, dog, I'm up out of here. Yeah. Shout out to Floyd Money making Mayweather. Hoodwinked a whole bunch of people, didn't he? Yeah. Logan Paul and Jake Paul is all who we want to become, right? From this YouTube and social media industry. Yeah. Come on. KD, what's good with you, fam? What it do? Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Snap. Yeah. Let me see some dog emojis. Where my dogs at? Yeah. Yeah. Come on. West Texas in the house. What's good with you? Jim Laws holding it down. Sonic, what's good with you? Trucker's Life. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Let's grind. Let's go. I see you, big dog. What's good with you? Shout out to you, Mark. Appreciate y'all, man. Combo time. Cooks, I see you, fam. Yeah. Compton in the house. Uh-oh. Lou Law. Y'all check him out. Check him out. What's up, TJ? What's good with you? What's good with you? Huh? Yeah, turn me up a little bit more. How dare you turn me down, huh? Ooh. Y'all hear that beat? Oh, come on. Yeah, good vibes, baby. Brock, I see you. Shout out to South Florida. Sonic Boom. Shout out to you, JS236. Appreciate you. Oh, Parson is that dog, man. Let me get Parson. Parson's that dog for real. Parson is the dog. What am I? He one of them dogs. Woo! Trey, get your dog, man. Trey. Nicole, y'all gotta lock your dogs up, man. Y'all got y'all dogs out here on law over here, baby. Y'all gotta get them dogs out the way. Yeah. And them dogs, man, dogs for real, fam. And everybody know how I envision this team will be just this way. You know, you're walking down the street to go get something from the corner store, bodega if you're from a certain area, and you say, hey, that house over there got that dog. And some dogs are so vicious that you be sitting there like, man, you see your partner be like, man, that dog on the chain, but you be like, nah, dog, he can get off that chain. Man, he got a fence around it. Nah, man. I heard he can jump that fence, dog. People be going the whole opposite way, man, just to get away and around from that dog. I think that Ben DiNucci, he need to leave that dog alone, because every time he go around that corner and he try to throw the ball that way, somehow, and I know it's Ben DiNucci, not Gucci, but DiNucci, the sidearm wonder, right? That joker can throw a sidearm. It look like who out there that can bowl, right? Shout out to anybody that can bowl. I might have to meet y'all up. Y'all probably have to show me a few lessons over here in Dallas at the main event. I think they got one in Grand Prairie. They got one up north Texas too. If you can bowl, let me know. That's what Ben DiNucci can do. He got that little side thing that goes around. If you can bowl, let me know. So when all of this stuff is cleared or what have you, challenge me out for one of those bowling duels. You know what I'm saying? But Parson, man, this is what I'm hearing. This is just my observation, is that he's Ben DiNucci's best friend with the football. Oh, I'm sorry, not best friend. He's Ben DiNucci's number one receiver, right? He's like the ex-receiver. For real, So it's one of those things. Shout out to you guys, man. Jim Laws right here, $2.99 highest game. Ooh, I'm scared of you, Jim. Yeah, you see, you're going to beat me because you got the Laws in your name. That's why you're going to win. You're going to beat me because of that. Parson is a pro bowler. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right, too. Yo, Law, can't let Kobe out, man. Shoot. Get Kobe, man. Get your dog. Get your dog. Get your dog around here, man. People with those big dogs say, oh, he's so cute and cuddly. He don't bite. Shoot, he got teeth. Yeah. What's up with you, Chuck? Appreciate you for jumping in. Shout out to everybody that's being part of this episode. If you guys got new information, you guys know, share it with the nation. Share it with me. I don't have all of the information. I'm just giving you guys for what I read on Twitter. And this is John Machota. Twitter page. I'll check out his content. John Machota and Michael Gelkin, both of those guys be on point. And, of course, you know who got the good stuff right now? Clarence. Clarence got the good stuff, right? Y'all go check out Clarence Hill Jr. He got some good pictures floating around on his side of the coin, and that's a new norm right there because normally, shout out to Clarence, though. He's a cool brother, but it seems that sometimes, Clarence, he burned me by, I give people 3 times, and he burned me on the 3rd time. I said, man, I ain't really never retweet nothing he's saying because sometimes he'll burn you. But right now, he got some good stuff, and it's solid. You just go to his Twitter handle. As a matter of fact, let me help y'all out. I'm going to copy it right here, and we're going to put this right here. Come on, get there. Get there. Oh, get over there. Get. All right, so he got some good photos out here. Of course, this is Parson. Oh, he's right there on Ezekiel, the main man, Elliott. And you know why I love this more so than anything, Cowboy Nation? I'm gonna pause right here so you guys can, just see the visual mindset that I have of this. The reason why I love this, look how slim. Look how slim Ezekiel Elliott is. It's like he don't have no worries. He got the Kuna Matata going on. The only thing that occurred was this off season, and y'all find a wood. I got wood right here that we can knock on. We're gonna knock on some wood. Boy, that beat go hard. Well, the thing that we don't have to worry about right here is that Ezekiel Elliott don't have any of these distraction going on. No, I got to get I got to get paid like I'm the best running back in the league type of groove. Or I'm worried about Ashaniqua, or Becky. That's a better word. I don't have to worry about Becky. Or I don't have to worry about being overweight. Look, he looked pretty sharp to me. I wish they allow him to keep that visor on because I like visor, Zeke. And it's Parson right underneath. Everybody know you want to be about right there because the ball is into the inside. He's in perfect what? Position. You want to climb right there. And especially, that's for a 3-speed behind Zeke. So if the quarterback don't put it in the money spot is right here on that outside shoulder right here. If the quarterback fool around and get it to the inside, Parson got 2 options now. He can lay the wood or he can take it, So that's good. I like to see that out of both of them. I like to see the slimmer Zeke. Now, Zeke can turn and flip uphill. Woo, that can be a crazy thing. But I like seeing these 2 guys. 2 number 1 draft picks, right? 2 number 1 draft pick, Penn versus Ohio State. Who gonna win, baby? And he's right underneath. And I love seeing that, Cowboy Nation. So, and this is another picture that Clarence Hill got, Clarence Hill Jr. Good observations of here. Everything looks pretty smooth with Parson. It looks like he's getting back into trim shape. And this is Randy Gregory. Longer dreads, by the way. Look like he's bigger. Look at his lower body extremities. Randy used to be a slender guy, right? It looks like he's been eating the weights. It looks like the weight of the world, the pressure, is gone from him. Now, I just want to see during training camp, will he still have that same bend? I ain't talking about DiNucci. I want to see if he can still cut that grass with those shoulder blades right there. And number 94, because I had to look twice and say, hey, man, is this DeMarcus Ware? With some dreads, he put it on. They got all type of fake stuff now. You can put some dreads on bald head now, But this is a good picture of him. Looks like he's in a good build of health. It looks like he got his mind set together. It looks like he got everything in the right direction, Cowboy Nation. And if you really about that Randy Gregory life, let me know. Put RG with some fire emojis at the end of it. And I would gladly appreciate it. I would gladly love to see that. I'd love to see some RG with some fire. Yeah, Mike Meticulous. Yeah, that's not. That looks like where I'm at right here. That look like grown man body there, baby. What's up with your Army mom? So I'm loving this. Shout out to Clarence Hill for some of these pictures that he done put out there, on his particular Twitter handle, so you guys can check it out and just tell him Law sent me over here. Just play with y'all. And this is over here on Gelkin. This is him going into more details of Randy Gregory, considering it's a win. The media have less to write about this year. I know you can hardly see it, so I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to copy this. And shout out to Michael Gelkin. I hope I'm saying the man's name right. And here you go. You guys can check it out on your own time. The link is somewhere in the bottom there where you can check it out and visualize all what he's saying. We had death in the Cowboys family this couple of days. Well, yesterday, or was it happened today? I believe it was one of the special teams coach, father, Jim Fassel, who passed away today, and he wrote about this earlier. It happened earlier. And may we have a quick moment of silence. All right, so our prayers and condolences goes out to the Fassel family. He lost his father, and I can only, with deep sympathy and empathy, I can only imagine, losing your father, losing your dad. And he was just doing some community service work, I believe, yesterday. So may we all pray for his family and everything like that, because we all know that at one point in life we're going to have to see our Creator, and we don't know when, so I don't know where the actual article, here it is right here, I believe. Gelkin, he put out sad news. Former NFL coach Jim Fassel, father of the Cowboys special team coach John Fassel, passed away Monday from a heart attack.
Randy Gregory and Bossman Fat gone be good friends when it comes to DeWita, same supplier.
Yeah. That's good light to the situation. Yeah. Yeah, same supplier, baby. Whoever they got, they gon' blaze it up, baby. Yeah. Legally, right? Legally, by the way, legally. As long as they don't try to, sell and distribute, Shout out to my dog, Big Nate Newton. So prayers, many prayers go out to John Fassel and his family over there, and hope all is well. And it's just one of those sad moments, but absent from the body is present with the Lord, so it should be a glorious time for them and their entire family. If you guys can look at Gelkin, he did release some photos of what all transpired today. There your boy, Boss Man Fat, right here. There you go. He in practice. Cowboy Nation. And number 33 is Burton. He's holding on to that number. He had one of the first interceptions during the OTAs against Dak Prescott, by the way. Number 33 right there. And he been bounced to team, but been serviceable as a rotational guy when somebody lay down, right? So he's been that guy. And then this is DeMonte KZ. He's guarding him. So these are special team drills when you see the red hat. So they are doing some type of special team. Let me heart it right here. Yeah, you can't see where I hearted it at, but I hearted that picture for them. And I believe that's all of the photos that he have on this one. So, and then this is right here. This picture may seem small, but it's big. This picture may seem small, but it's big. This is Blake Jarwin catching a deep pass from one of the quarterbacks. I don't know which one of the quarterbacks there, but this is a deep moment because he's back off of injury and he's moving around pretty well from what I heard in practice. And we'll listen to Brian Broaddus. I think he got a whole excerpt of breaking it down of everything that occurred today in practice. So we'll listen to the mighty Brian Broaddus from 105.3 The Fan. Burton been a surprise. Yes, Army Mom. So I'm not, look, the name of the game is not to sleep on these guys. Coaches elevate. Coaches look at a situation and a scenario and say, hey, I can improve this guy. I can get them from maybe they're on 5 and we got to get them to 10. I can at least get them to 7, or I can get them to 9. flat out. Some people got him all the way up to a 10. It just depending on your system, your scheme. Think about this. And I'm not trying to say this. I'm not trying to say Burton is the next Deion Sanders or Prime or whatever you want to call him. Or Sam Hurd. Shout out to you, Mike Meticulous. Look, Sam Hurd, man, he's a kingpin. Y'all better leave Sam Hurd alone now. Shout out to you, Adrian. Here's the situation, Cowboy Nation. These coaches love to elevate. These coaches, their system and the way they have their philosophy, we don't know. And I'm not trying to put this out here like I know it all or what have you, but Richard Sherman, he wasn't a high or earlier of the draft picks there, right? And I know he plays for a different team. So was Cam Chancellor? I said Chance Chancellor. Cam Chancellor, right? Cam Chancellor wasn't the earliest rounds of draft picks. So, and let me go to a different program. The guy that played for the Patriots, Jackson, was it CJ Jackson? Is it CJ Jackson, right? He was undrafted, for crying out loud. And I don't think that nobody in the last 2 years got more interceptions than him. Or what's the other guy that was pretty much a pivotal part of the Super Bowl being won? He caught the interception against Russell Wilson. His name was, I think it's Malcolm, or was it Butler or something like that. So it goes to show you that coaches can elevate, basically. That's all I'm trying to say, right? So it could be somebody on this team that people are overlooking. Maybe it's Israel. Maybe it's Nashawn Wright. Who knows? Maybe it's one of the guys like Reggie Robinson. When we go back to those pictures that I was showing you, it was Reggie Robinson and Boss Man Fat. Sometimes it's not the one that you think it is, right? Cowboy Nation, shout out to everybody that's on my Law Nations 2.0 page. I see you guys over there as well, and as well as the Facebook group. And I got somebody on Twitch watching. We're live on multiple platforms. Yes, JC Jackson. I'm sorry, I said CJ Jackson. I meant JC Jackson. Appreciate you, Phillip. Appreciate you, man. You guys are all-stars right here.
Once again, thanks to the PR staff at the Cowboys for allowing us to go out there and watch
Malcolm
practice.
Butler,
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Good day for your defense, working against your first-team quarterback.
Oh, so the offense is sputtering, huh?
Y'all know I love defense. I like offense. But anytime the defense is having a good day, y'all know that I'm a defensive guy. I'm gonna play defense on you. Look, we play basketball. You might only get 11 points, and that's me being nice. If we playing a quick game of 21, I'm gonna just try to hold you down to 6. I'm going to hold you down to 6.
Dak's not very good. Nobody can get open.
Didn't throw the ball well today. Didn't throw the ball well today.
Uh-oh.
Tried to make a couple of tight window throws. Didn't quite get it there.
That's what camp's for.
You
See what you can get away with.
Think we can get away with that?
Yep.
Yeah, they had a little bit. I think the receivers had, again, no Amari Cooper involved in practice today. No Cedric Wilson involved in practice today.
Let me tell y'all something, man. They really going to be patient with Amari Cooper. Patient. That's the name of the game, patient with Amari Cooper. And the other guy, it is what it is. But I'm telling y'all right now, it's patient with Amari Cooper. Let's go.
Receiver.
That makes sense.
So you had, Gallup and Lamb, and then Noah Brown was the third that was out there running around today. Quarterback's still working on moving around. Stuff like that's fine. Looks good. Had a little bit tougher day throwing the ball. Wasn't as accurate today as he'd been in the past. Happens.
Get him, Brian. Get him.
Miss some. You always talk about the go routes and stuff like that.
What are you trying to say?
Just saying, he didn't throw the ball well today.
Receivers let him down.
You trying to call the quarterback a bum?
I would never call the quarterback a bum. I'm just saying the defense did a good job today.
Okay.
I thought the secondary played pretty well today. I thought
Boss Man was out there. Did Boss Man do anything?
Boss Man didn't do very much, Jeff.
Oh, crap.
We were trying to figure out if the Boss Man had the Rona.
Yeah, 10-day quarantine for Kelvin Joseph.
Yeah. Yeah, he might have. That might be the situation that he was dealing with. But he was out there,
Might explain his lack of energy when you first saw him.
Yeah, I don't. It's that maybe the.
It's interesting because I saw him tweeting, asking people, "Hey, should I get the vaccine?"
Yeah,
what do
exactly.
you think?
Yeah, we were talking about that, but no, it was.
I ain't going to see. I already flagged the video now, and it says they talking about that V word and the other thing. See, Brian Broader said it the right way, the Rona. You can't look. This world's so PC now, man. All I can say is I ain't finna tell y'all to go get it or not to go get it. All I'm gonna say is just trust in the higher power. Trust in that. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna go into conspiracy law and break down the reasons why or not. But if he's showing lack of energy and these sorts of things, I hope that by training camp and beyond, because this thing can linger. It lingered all the way for a full year, according to certain people on Ezekiel Elliott. So we didn't really get a chance to see the full Ezekiel Elliott, and so it affect people in different ways. Now, all I'm saying is if you insert something that's artificial into your body, we don't know. We don't have things that we can look back on 2 to 3 years from now and say, according to the collective data, this is what we got. I'm not finna talk about it, Cowboy Nation, but I'm just saying that something have not been approved by the federal. I don't talk too much.
It was a good day. I'll tell you what, though, they're working a lot with Michael Parsons. And what they're doing with him is they're putting him with the various. They played really all nickel today. There really wasn't much base. And what was interesting, though, is they were putting Micah on one side as the right side rusher and then Randy Gregory on the left. So they're trying to kind of find spots for him. He was primarily working with Keanu Neal today. So what they were doing was they had Parsons at one of the linebacker spots and Neal at the other one. So when that was their nickel package.
Neal and who?
Neal and Parsons.
Neal and Parsons on the nickel, huh? Wait a minute. Neal and Parsons. Oh, okay. So who do you go? Oh, okay, I got it.
He was on the field as the two linebackers.
Okay.
And then what would happen then was they would take Neal off the field and then they would bring down one of the safeties like Curse, which was pretty interesting. So they're just going for bigger guys in the box and their nickel package stuff. But
so inside the box they had Neal, Parson, and Curse came down. So I'm quite sure that he's about to say KZ is your top safety there. And I'm trying to figure out how that package will look all together. I still have reservations on Curse. And I know that they're pumping up Curse. But dog it, y'all better not do my dog like that, Donovan Wilson. Y'all better not. He better say Donovan Wilson was out there.
And Jalen and Van Der Esch were practicing?
They both were practicing. Yes, sir. So that was kind of interesting. Again, I like the fact that how they were, they're rotating Randy on both sides. Lawrence didn't practice today at all.
Okay.
But I'll tell you who this will be when you look at this the guy that maybe could give you some more as a nickel. I'll be interested to see in training camp is Basham, who they got from the Jets.
Yeah.
He's got some juice to his game now.
He do.
And this was like when he was playing with the twos, it was like you see him coming off the ball and attacking guys, the pass rush ability, the ball couldn't get outside on him a couple of different times. So yeah, I mean it was I like what they're trying to do with him. And I like what they're trying to do with Parsons and Gregory and moving those guys around. They're trying to create different looks.
I like it, but then again, I don't like it. I like it, but then again, I don't like it. I like Randy on one side of the field. I don't like the ideology of Randy playing both sides. And I know, crazy nuances and these sorts of things. But I like Randy on one side of the field. I like D-Law on one side of the field. Call me old-fashioned, but I believe that D-Law got better get off on his side, and I know D-Law didn't practice today. And Basham, looking at his tape, Basham can play both sides, but I have never seen Randy Gregory get pressure on the QB playing on the opposite side. I have not seen any film. And how many years Randy Gregory been in the league? I don't want him. Look, I just want him to focus and concentrate on one thing. But
not just sit there in that same D and say, okay, we're just going to play this front and hope for the best. I mean, they're trying to create some opportunities for these guys as some pass rushers. And I applaud Dan Quinn for that. And I felt like the secondary did a good job of covering today. These receivers didn't have a lot of space. No Donovan Wilson today, by the way. Sore knee still.
No Donovan. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, it's kind of hearing some whispers about Donovan Wilson was not around very much in the offseason.
Oh, no.
So, kind of keep an eye on that.
Oh, no.
Don't do my dog Donovan like
Diggs,
that.
And Reggie Robinson was back in action. He didn't have as good a practice last time I got to see him, but this time he had a knockdown in one of the passes. And also, we've kind of talked about Wright. Wright didn't do much like the other three practices I've seen him. He didn't stand out like he had in today's practice, or he didn't stand out in today's practice. Diggs did a good job in coverage. Robinson did a good job in coverage. And again, that's the secondary. Again, they're trying to work these safeties in and out and some of that nickel stuff, walking those guys down.
Dang, did he clarify Rich Robinson? Was that Reggie or Rashard? Let me rewind just a little bit, man. Let me rewind to this about right here. I'm around all the way back.
Receivers didn't have a lot of space. No Donovan Wilson today, by the way. Sore knee still.
Uh-oh.
So,
Sore
yeah.
knee.
And
Okay.
by the way, it's kind of hearing some whispers about Donovan Wilson was not around very much in the offseason.
Oh, no.
So, kind of keep an eye on that.
Oh, no.
But Diggs and Reggie Robinson was back in action. He didn't have as good a practice last time I got to see him, but this time he had a knockdown in one of the passes.
Okay.
And also, we've kind of talked about Wright. Wright didn't do much like the other three practices I've seen him. He didn't stand out like he had in today's practice, or he didn't stand out in today's practice. Diggs did a good job in coverage. Robinson did a good job in coverage. And again, that's the secondary. Again, they're trying to work these safeties in and out and some of that nickel stuff, walking those guys down.
Donovan Wilson part sounds concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Break
hear
that
anything?
down. Yeah.
Well, no, he's got a sore knee, but I was hearing some whispers that when it came to guys being around, who was around to get ready, Donovan Wilson was not a participant. A lot of in the early getting ready part of things. So that might be Donovan Wilson might have been in a situation, think he was getting his Hall of Fame jacket or something like that and didn't need to be around.
Okay.
Leave Donovan alone, Cowboy Nation. Look, how do y'all feel? So is this the reason why they kind of like pumping up Curse? Is like that the real reason? And remember, like he said, he got a sore knee. So he could have been like, okay, he ain't that far away. How far is Texas A&M is away from the Frisco? He could be independently working. Frisco, y'all let me know. Some of the people that's from this area, I'm just a transplant. I moved from Mississippi to Texas, so I haven't been really around. Do they call it College Station? What's the name of that place? Texas A&M. He could have been there.
Sounds like we need a safety.
Yeah.
Because Jaron Curse probably doesn't need to be an NFL starter.
He's been playing. They've been using him as a starter quite a bit, actually.
I know. It
Yeah.
scares me.
But I'll tell you
Right.
one thing, Parsons, his rush one time, he hurt Titan and Sicky.
I saw that he got beat on a pass rush by Parsons and then walked over to the medical staff.
He fell on the ground afterwards. He went to the ground afterwards. I thought he beat him so quick.
He hurt him?
That he hurt him. That Nasicki was trying to get out of his stance and couldn't get out of his stance fast enough.
Look, I'm going to take this with a grain of salt because Todd Nasecki, tied in the second. So it's 3 hours away. Shout out to you, True King. College Station is from a dog, Thomas Garrett. Said College Station is closer to Houston. That's too much of a reach for me to say he's down there in Houston. I don't know, man. Let's just say that, man, this guy going to be ready during training camp. Now, when we get out there to Oxnard, whenever they give the official dates, we will really be into that. Purvis Williams Senior says, what part of Mississippi? I'm from Natchez, Mississippi. NTZ. Matter of fact, I got an NTZ cup right here. You see the NTZ? NTZ cup right in my hand. So, Diggs, you good. Boss Man Fat, I got reservations, right? Who else? KZ, you gonna be good. You gonna be good. Who else on this team that I really need for those guys to show up and show out? Neil, I don't know. Reggie, you good. You good. Darian Thompson, you all right. CJ Goodwin, you good right now. You good. Donovan Wilson, get your mind right, fam. Get your mind right. I know you them knees. I know those knees. Ask Patrick Ewing. You know, when them knees go bad, you know they're bad. You gonna have to fix this thing out. Was it J-Ron Curse? He's 6'4". He's been the darling child so far. Unless he had one hell of a training camp and he's just blowing people up and he's sitting there saying, okay, hey, I got the opportunity. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to showcase to the world what all I've been inside of me, that it's going to explode like he was playing when he was in Clemson. We'll find out. But law of averages and previous data, which is historic data right now, shows that, man, when the light's on, man, you disappear. So you better keep that energy. You better not be showing your butt off during these OTAs, mini camps, and training camp when it occurred. And then when the preseason game, you look like you lost. So don't give us no fool's gold, or as my dog over there, Big Game James and Boss Cowboy, will say, man, don't be having us drinking this Kool-Aid over here. Don't be doing that. I had enough of that. I had Reggie Davis to do me like that a couple of years ago.
And it hurt him, it jarred him. I thought, and this is a terrible thing to say, I thought he blew out his Achilles.
Oh, Brian.
Well, you know, when you push off your words, I thought he beat him so quick.
Let me rewind a little bit.
His rush one time, he hurt Titan and Sicky.
I saw that he got beat on a pass rush by Parsons and then walked over to the medical staff.
No.
Hold on. Titan and Sicky got beat by Parsons. That's what they're talking about. I want you guys to Google Titan and Sicky's age and put it in the comment box. He's pretty much old enough to be Parsons' father, but y'all put his age in the comment box and let me know. And he's like 6'7". Put Titan and Sicky's age in the comment box.
No, he fell on the ground afterwards. He went to the ground afterwards. I thought he beat him so quick.
He hurt him?
That he hurt him. That Nasicki was trying to get out of his stance and couldn't get out of his stance fast enough. And it hurt him. It jarred him.
It's a young man's game,
and this is a terrible thing to say, I thought he blew out his Achilles.
Oh, Brian.
Well, you know, when you push off, you're thinking, that.
Yeah, a little herky-jerky. Oh, gotta go.
Oh, got to go. And then, you get that herky-jerky move, and then he went down like that. I'm like, oh, man.
But while it's not great that you're like, hey, our swing tackle just got destroyed and might have hurt himself, it is cool to hear about Randy Gregory being the one that's doing that to people. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
No, that was Parsons.
I'm sorry, that's who I meant to say.
Oh, yeah,
my brain gets crossed up.
Yeah, Parsons, but that's I think to me, and kind of watching how the defense to me, just watching them, they did a good job of attacking the offense today. I mean, they did. It was like everybody was where they needed to be. They did the scramble drill stuff as well. Got Dak's trying to break the pocket, trying to make some tight window throws. He made a couple of really some good throws, but overall, he wasn't as accurate as he's been the last couple of practices I saw.
Ooh, Brian, throwing that grenade over there, man. All right, so what is his age? Is he 35 or is he 37? Which one is it, man? Let me see. What was it? T.Y. Niseki. He's born in 85. Y'all do the quick math. So if he's born in 85, that will put him, he's 35. Born in 85, he's 35. He got that horrible jersey on. They need to update this on Wikipedia, man. Horrible. October the 27th, so he'll be 36. He'll be 36. Yeah, so he when Parson was born, in 99 or 2000. Parson is young, right? And look at all the teams he played on. Ooh, he played on all of the teams, man. Played on all 32 teams, man. That boy played for everybody, man. Okay. He even caught some touchdowns. He caught 3 touchdowns in the Arena League. Man, this dude, man, I guess he's better than Terrence Steele, though. You know, at least I think he's better than Terrence Steele. I'm rooting for the Ball brother. I'm rooting for him. I'm thinking that, okay, he probably be a wisdom guy that been around the corner, can teach these young kids the ropes, what have you. And I believe he'll be 36 as on. Yeah, man, he's 6'8", 330 pounds, man. That's a big boy. But let's go back to Brian Broaddus.
So maybe things will change tomorrow. But I think it was more about the defense than it was about Dak being. He had to make some throws that probably wouldn't have got fitted in there with because of the way the defense was playing.
Well, I mean, there is an element to it, right, when you're throwing something just like pitchers or shooters that I don't think we give quite the space to quarterbacks just to have an off day throwing it. Like, for whatever reason, you're not as coordinated as you are, usually. So let's get those bad days out of the way.
Yeah, the tight ends, I thought the tight ends had a productive day. When you start to talk about with Dalton Schultz made a nice play, and then Sean McKeon also had a couple of nice plays. But from the outside, from the wide receivers, it really wasn't as, CD had that one, like last time we watched, CD made that acrobatic catch.
You going to do that?
They really didn't have all that today. Oh, okay. And I just thought overall it was a good day for the defense. Give a tip of the cap for those guys being ready to go because they were locked in. And there were a couple of times, too, where on the scramble drill, like Dak would have probably just been better off throwing the ball away or just, taking the sack. Because that's how long the coverage was being held. Linebackers, secondary, everybody holding up pretty well on them.
Sounds like you're giving a big thumbs up to the secondary then today.
Well, today I give them a thumbs up. They were ready to play. The receivers had problems. Michael Gallup had problems getting open. CD had problems getting open. Noah Brown. I mean, the young guys that are being involved as well, they had problems. And so, those guys have got to go out there. They got to get better in the secondary.
Do you feel like Diggs is a better player than he was when we last saw him?
Yeah, I think so. I think Diggs is playing with a lot more confidence, and we'll see. I think it's going to be Diggs. I think Anthony Brown, and I think Jordan Lewis are going to be your primary 3 secondary guys.
Aloha, waiting for back surgery. Enjoy or show.
Appreciate you, man. I hope all is well, and especially surgery, man. Young Wilson, I hope all is well with you. Especially speedy recovery and these sorts of things. I thank you for the donation to help elevate the nation. That troubles me a little bit. I don't know whether or not, Brian Broaddus is stretching the truth out or he putting the truth out there, but I trust and believe Brian Broaddus to the word that he don't have no reason to lie to kick it. But for these young DBs to have such a good job on this offense, now I don't know if he's trying to equate this to Dak Prescott just having a horrible day, or this defense being such a nuance, whereas they kicking Randy to one side, flipping him to the other, and these DBs, they saying, man, we ain't going to let y'all eat today. I don't know. That's why I want to see with my own eyes, right? But if Gallup, Lamb, like what are the odds? Gallup, Lamb, Jarwin, all of these guys, Schultz, all of these guys having a horrible day, Noah Brown versus these young DBs. Now, I can equate this to 2 scenarios. One being either Dan Quinn is a hell of a defensive coordinator, right? And he's crafting up plays that is throwing off the young Kellen Moore's typical offense that he's putting out there. Or Dak Prescott, he's just having a bad day in practice. And he's trying and he may be pressing some things and he's looking at it. And this is just my observation from his account, right? So my thing is, I can't wait to see this because I like the notion to hear that this defense is doing all of this stuff. And I want to believe that this defense is doing all of this stuff. Or is it a situation where it's Gallup, okay, I'm just trying to work on my release points. Maybe the young guys get me on that. Or it's a situation where this play kind of look odd and I'm just trying to work on that. How do you guys feel about that? Are you guys in the middle place? Because we only got like a couple more minutes before this interview is over with. Y'all let me know.
I'm interested to see if I was kind of hoping that Kelvin Joseph could come back to practice and like make up some ground because Wright is clearly ahead of him right now. But yeah, they're rotating these guys through. This Burton is another one that they got from the Colts practice squad. That's the hardest part to believe, that Anthony Brown is doing such a good job. My guy over here says the world's most underrated. Anthony Brown equals we in trouble. Like Anthony Brown is shutting down Michael Gallup. Like what's true to believe? Like Anthony Brown is shutting down Michael Gallup in practice as well as Burton is shutting down CeeDee Lamb in practice. Like that is kind of like far-fetched to me, right? But it could be. This is just us listening in to Brian Broaddus. Like it could be. But what do you guys really believe? Like, is Dan Quinn such a great orchestrator and inputting and implementing defenses that he got Anthony Get Down Brown shutting down CeeDee Lamb? He got Burton, I forgot his first name already, number 33, and Reggie Robinson. These guys shutting down.
Number 152, go Cowboys.
Appreciate you, Robert Vance. Appreciate you. Yeah, so it's like, that's how I feel about it. On one end, I'm happy. On one end, I'm like, yeah, defense, baby. I love defense, But on the other end, I'm worried. Like, come on, man. And even Ben DiNucci, he throwing the ball away. Jim Law says Burton definitely surprised me. Yeah, like I said before we started this thing off, is that you never know. You flat out never know. Chris Davis, what's good with you, my dog? He says, Brian, so be tripping sometimes. Sometimes 5 other people will all share the same thoughts, and there he is with the exact opposite. So Brian Broaddus is a contrarian, right? So let's temper our reactions and thoughts on one OTA practice. This is from Chris Davis. Cal says, I don't believe it. No. Anthony Brown shut down CeeDee Lamb. That rhymes, huh? That would be dope. That would be dope, low key. That would be dope because you'd be sitting there saying, like, man, I got a story to tell you guys. What if I told you, like Ripley's Believe It or Not, that Anthony Brown, Reggie Robinson shut down Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb? That would be nice. That would be true to believe. That'd be hard to believe, but it can happen. Ain't this right, Jay Lombardi? It can happen.
That is just getting a lot
Let
of
me
work.
rewind. I'm going to rewind it again.
Times 2. Where
I'm gonna run
do
all
it
the way
right when
back.
you're throwing something just like pitchers or shooters that I don't think we give quite the space to quarterbacks just to have an off day throwing it. Like for whatever reason, you're not as coordinated as you are, usually. So let's get those bad days out of the way.
Yeah, the tight ends, I thought the tight ends had a productive day. When you start to talk about with Dalton Schultz made a nice play, and then Sean McKeon also had a couple of nice plays. But from the outside, from the wide receivers, it really wasn't as, CD had that one like last time we watched. Yeah. CD made that acrobatic catch. They really didn't have all that today. And I just thought overall it was a good day for the defense. Give a tip of the cap for those guys being ready to go because they were locked in. And there were a couple of times too where on the scramble drill, like Dak would have probably just been better off throwing the ball away or just, taking the sack, because that's how long the coverage was being held. Linebackers, secondary, everybody holding up pretty well on them.
Sounds like you're giving a big thumbs up to the secondary then today.
Well, today I give them a thumbs up. They were ready to play. The receivers had problems. Michael Gallup had problems getting open. CD had problems getting open. Noah Brown. I mean, the young guys that are being involved as well, they had problems. And so, those guys have got to go out there. They got to get better in the secondary.
Do you feel like Diggs is a better player than he was when we last saw him?
Yeah, I think so. I think Diggs is playing with a lot more confidence, and we'll see. I think it's going to be Diggs. I think Anthony Brown, and I think Jordan Lewis are going to be your primary three secondary guys. I'm interested to see if I was kind of hoping that Kelvin Joseph could come back to practice and make up some ground, because Wright is clearly ahead of him right now. But yeah, they're rotating these guys through. This Burton is another one that they got from the Colts practice squad that is just getting a lot of work at corner as well. So good day for the defense overall.
Do you see Brown and Lewis starting for the entire year, or is this
I don't know. Right now, I would say, we're going to have to see what happens with Joseph. In training camp. Yeah. Is this going to be a situation where, you hope for the best for him? Heck, he's a high draft pick. He's a second-round pick. They're going to give him every opportunity.
Facts, yeah.
But he hasn't shown up in these OTA practices, and then the rookie minicamp that they had. I was hopeful to these next three practices were going to be him kind of getting back on the horse and getting going.
So Wright is a pleasant surprise, but not good enough to be better than Jordan Lewis yet?
I don't think so. But like I say, Jordan Lewis is going to play the nickel, so he's going to play inside. The backup, The backup to him at nickel has been what they've used is Marcus Kennedy was running with the
Maurice.
twos.
The opt-out from last year.
Yeah, is running as the second nickel in the slot. And then sometimes they use, like I said, they use 33 Burton in there as well. Those were the three guys. Wright is always generally going to be an outside player for you, I think.
That is outstanding work, Brian, and you'll be back at minicamp tomorrow.
We do it again tomorrow.
Hey, Brian Broadus. I need some visual, man. Ooh, we need some visual. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. That was the end of that excerpt right there, the little clipping. And let me share this with you guys if they allow me to. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. Here's the clip where you guys can listen to it without me stopping and pausing and these sorts of things. I'm trying to digest all of this because I really want Boss Man Fat to get out there, and I know it's still too soon, right? And I know for sure that Wright is looking at this opportunity. Remember, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm feeling this way. White is taking the chances of saying, okay, I'm going to showcase to the world that I belong here. You can have Rona, you can have concerts, you can have whatever you have, whatever excuses you have is a bridge to nowhere, monuments to nothing. But I'm going to take this whole opportunity because the coaching staff loves me because I'm tall. I got range, I got speed. I can redirect. But from the account from Brian Broadus is saying that he's not that much better than Jordan Lewis, of course, probably Anthony Brown, and anybody else, Maurice Kennedy, that they put inside. So these guys got a lot of ground to uncover, but I don't believe that Anthony Brown.
How can you say Doc had a bad day and then turn around and say the tight ends had a good day? Don't you throw to them too?
Brian, I say this is Brian Broadus, Brian Bradford. Yeah? It's like a conundrum, right? Brian, he said, Brian pretty much said that how can you say Dak had a bad day, but then turn around and say that the tight ends had a good day? So this is just his observation, and I hope that Brian Broadus, and I think that he is, he's very objective. I hope that he's just giving us his opinion of everything, and it could be just that. It could just be his objective thoughts from his account, That's just all that's all I can take a look at, even from a biblical aspect of it. Those other books of the Bible was pretty much the account from Matthew's point of view, and it's different from Luke's point of view, different from Mark's point of view. Same storyline, but different points of views. And you can get lost in the translations from who you read and who you lean more toward. So I don't know. That's why I say I like to be out there, but I don't have the longitude and latitude. They're not going to invite me out there. Trailer says paradox. That's a good way to put it. Paradox. Yeah. Gallup or Amari. Amari didn't fit in right today, right? I don't know. That's all we can do is practice is full of speculation for the nation, and that's all we got is speculation. We don't have any truth serums on what actually accounted or what actually took place in those particulars there. Let's see. That is all that they have, and they do have the Mike Fisher report on 105.3 The Fan. But you guys can feel free to go to my guy Mike Fisher's YouTube page and check out his fish report. I'm not going to play it here. I want you guys to have the privilege to go to his page on his YouTube channel to check that out, because I don't want to post it here and I know how this YouTube world goes. Hey, Law stealing Mike Fisher's content. No. Go to Mike Fisher's page. He got a excerpt on the events according to this website on minicamp. Let me do this. Let me help my dog Fisher out right here. Copy this, and then we're going to paste this right here, and we're going to post that right here. He have 10 questionings from the Cowboys minicamp. So be sure to check out his wonderful content there. So Cowboy Nation, all I can say is that we really, 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 really can't wait to see how all of this stuff works out when training camp occur, because that's when you really can't hide. It's 2 days. It's 2 practices a day. And then when you get to see the pads on, and then we can really see the competition. Nation Wright versus an Amari Cooper, or versus a CD Lamb. Because I just don't believe, baby. I just can't believe Anthony Brown shut down CD Lamb. I just can't believe it. And he shut down Michael Gallup. All times, and especially you can't tackle, you can't sack the quarterback. So it's hard. It's hard for me to believe. I can believe Parson picking off Ben DiNucci, because he got the little side-on thing going on right here. He got a side-on thing going on. But unless, we've seen some crazier things happen. But I just don't believe. I'm tearing up my place over here. Shout out to you, Eddie Cruz. I mean, do you guys believe in that? Unless, he probably went, got a cup of water when CD Lamb caught the ball on Nation Wright or Maurice Kennedy. I want to believe it, but I can't believe it. I want to so bad. The Parsons represent, person represent, them pushing curse is the biggest word for me. This is Chris Davis. That is I ain't gonna say it, but that is another reservation that I have, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm hating on Curse, because I want what's best for him. Javon Curse nephew. Shout out to Thomas Garrett for letting me know that. Those are the things that, hey, we don't know. Iron sharpen iron. Let me see. I got enough time. Do you guys want to call in? Let me know. If you guys want to call in, we could do that. I got plenty of time for right now if you guys want to call in, because those are all of the clippings there. Or if you guys know of any other audio that I can share with you all, I can do that. I don't think that Undisputed or ESPN, I can't do ESPN anyway. I don't think they talked about the Cowboys in a long time anyhow. So let's see. If y'all want to do a call in, let me know. How did Boss Man Fat do today? They just said he was there. They didn't say that he got into a lot of details there. They just said he was there. Most of anything that really Nation is kind of like getting more time in over him. Justin, what's good with you, man? Great. Thank you for tuning in to the Nation. Barry Church. Barry Church. What you said over here? Let me see. Who said Barry Church? Went away. Where are you at? Barry Church, this is most wanted family. Spoke of Izzy earlier and should get a fair opportunity as well. Okay. And I didn't get a chance to listen to the press conference today. So what did Coach Mike McCarthy had to say today? Have any questions? What do you think is best football players in the world? Who are all those people there? I don't know those people. I don't know those people there. Let's see. I like AB in the slot. Mike Meticulous Details. Yeah. Podcast. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. KD said, y'all make sure y'all get that light game up. Yeah. Yeah. And let me know, do you guys believe that these DBs are doing such a wonderful job against our wide receivers? Or is it the fact that they can't do anything unless Amari Cooper is out there? You know, maybe that's the scenario. Just don't sleep on our secondary. Just from Darren Brown. You related to Anthony Brown? No, just joking with you. Shout out to you, Sheila Neal. Thank you so much for jumping in. JoJo Cowboy, appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this thing. All right. Aloha, brother. Appreciate your show. Appreciate you, Mark. Let's just do this right quick. And I'm going to post a link in the description box. Bear with me, Nation. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, let's go. The link is in the description box. Yeah. If you want to be a part of the show, just click that link. Jump right on in. Voice your thoughts, your opinions, your heart, your soul, and sinew, and all of those good things about what you observed from, or what you observed from what Brothers had to say, basically, right? And I want to know. And be sure, for those who are jumping out, hit that like button on your way out. Help grow the nation. There's a subscribe button. Smash that. And there's a share groove. Hit that. Yeah. And let's continue to figure out things, baby. Let's go. Brian Broder's my dog, man. I don't think he's biased. I just think that it's just much to do about nothing. This is still practice, and we talking about practice too, you know. And it is not nothing real X's and O's drawn up. More so, we got to look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. we can't get too high on interceptions, and we can't get too high on the interception. You know, on both sides of the person that throw the ball or the person that got him. We've been hoodwinked before and bamboozled and cast aspersions on with all of these other things, and it's just how it goes. You know, this is just the land of pretty much no real X and O's being drawn up. I would put it like this. I would rather for these guys, shout out to you, Dave, shout out to you, Asmodeus. I would rather for these guys to really go the extra yard and trying it out to see whether or not things can fit before they try it out in a real game. That's just my thoughts on it. Now, earlier today I said, man, I don't like the idea of Randy Gregory lining up on both sides because I just never seen it before. And I'm 1,000,000% wrong on that, right? You know, try him out on the opposite side. Maybe he's better there. I'm not out there in practice. I'm not a big fan of that, but hopefully that could be a groove for him, right? The Reaper says the Brown can't shut down his car if he pushed the button. Well, you know, I have no room to say otherwise. Brown, to me, although they put him inside the slot, it's just to me that he's not as aggressive as he should be, or as physical as he should be. He tends to allow the receiver to get up on him closely at the top, and they either use their body to shield him out of the way, and they get over him, or, you know, it's just that he have a height complex that he's not the best jumper, and they either pull the ball, as they call it, mouse him. They pull the ball out of his hands to get upfield. Those are some of the scenarios that I see out of what happened when Brown is on the field. And we got plethora of tapes to give us evidence on that, you know. And that's just how it goes. Now, my true assessment of Dak Prescott, when Dak Prescott is having an off day, his passes tend to be behind receivers, and they tend to be flat, meaning there's no arc on it. It's just a line drive ball. Now, if you got a bunch of 6-foot guys and you trying to put a ball in a tight window, if Dak having that bad of a day.
Pleased to meet you, man.
Appreciate you,
I've been
Ivan.
keeping up with the nation since Doc and Zeke were drafted. Lifetime Cowboy fan.
Let me give you one of these, man. I really appreciate you for all of that. Turn me up. Yeah. Appreciate you, Ivan. Thank you so much for help elevating the nation and being here for many of years. I love to hear that. So those are things that maybe he had a flat practice and his balls was coming out of his hands a little flat and behind receivers. Those are the only passes that Dak Prescott really need to work on is fade balls and keeping the air up under the ball. But outside of that, I just don't believe that all of his passes were like that. And I wasn't out there, so it's not up to me to give you guys that assessment of Dak Prescott. It would be poor. It would be poor of evaluating me telling you guys that. What do they call it? Line to kick it. Yeah. It'd be me more so line to kick it. I ain't that guy. So to me personally, I think that this offense will still be better than the defense. Now, can this defense surprise the hell out of all of us? Maybe so. I would be like, whoa, defense, number 2 defense in the NFL. I'll be like, oh, Lord. Now, that would be crazy, you know. And then if that happened, y'all already know. There'll be, who's that? Who's that knocking? Plethora of teams trying to grab Dan Quinn from you. See, that would be our only problem. It's like, damn, as soon as we get everything going good, now other teams trying to get our coach, you know. And I hate that aspect of it because, you know, that y'all know how this goes. Like right before the playoffs, there'll be teams calling saying, okay, we want the coach. And I hate that. I flat out do. I wish that the NFL have a stern policy that, dog it, you can't interview an assistant coach until the Super Bowl is over with. I really hate that. I think that, I believe it happened to us when we made it to the Super Bowl. Well, not to the Super Bowl, Lord. It happened to us when that year. What a year we won the playoff game against the Seattle Seahawks, and we were finna play the L.A. Rams, and everybody was calling like, "Hey, give Chris Richard a call." I said, "That's distracting. That's kind of crazy." I think that the NFL need to change that policy because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, we're going to the playoff this year, and I'm quite sure our defense will improve. Watch, mark these. Today is June the 8th. Watch what happened. We get to the playoff. We going to the playoff. I'm saying this thing for real now. And watch, all of these teams that's looking for a coach, you're going to be calling. And it's going to be such a distracting moment for us. We're going to be like, come on, leave our coaches alone. Y'all didn't want them when, last season, KD said, "See, chickens, appreciate you." Thank you for the correction there. They say Dak actually plays better in games. Yeah, unbiased Cowboy. Yeah, you're right. He don't practice that well, but he plays better in games. Yeah. 2018 was the year, David. Yeah. I think it was. I think 2018 was the year. 2016 was the year. 2014 was the year. 06 was the year. Now, 06, it was kind of like an inspirational type of year. 07 was the year. Was that the 07, like the following year when they got rid of Bill Parcells? And all of those years from 07, 14, 16, 18, all I wanted the defense to do was just do something. Special teams. I wanted the special teams to do something. Those two sides, I believe, and this is just my theory, that it's three phases to a football game, right? But I believe in the theory of law is that there's actually 4 phases to a game. Defense, offense, special teams, coaching. You got to have your coaching. Somebody can throw in the 5 and say, okay, general managers and all this stuff, but 4 phases to it. Let me break it down. Let me break it down this way. And this is my analogy for many of years. You can flat out have a Ferrari, a Tesla, a Bugatti, whatever you want, And you will say, okay, I give the keys to a 13-year-old. They're not gonna know how to operate it, right? They're not gonna know how to get that thing out of the driveway. But if you give it to an experienced driver, if you give it to somebody that got that experience and know how to get around with it, they can elevate that thing. They can put it in the right perspective, right? That is what I believe a coach can do to a team or for a team, is he can elevate the offense. He can elevate the special teams. He can elevate the defense. But if you don't have that coach installed, if you don't have that coach with that stern ability, then they'll just wreck it. They'll just wreck the Bugatti. They'll wreck the Aston Martin or whatever the fastest, nicest car out there, Ferrari. They'll just wreck it. Case in point, 07 is like a stern coach would have been like this, like, nah, dog, y'all ain't finna go to no Cabo. You trying to go where? Oh, man, y'all better have y'all ASSs, over here in that playbook. Be more prepared. Be ready for the opportunity. And I believe just that cognitive, cerebral approach, you'd have been more drawn into it, right? And that's just me just thinking. Y'all could crucify me later and be like, nah, Law, they was going to lose regardless. The Giants were just red hot. And I believe in 2014, with a stern coach, they would have figured out the issues on the defensive side before all of that stuff occurred, right? They would have put things in places, and I'm not trying to blame just the defense, but dog it, Orlando Scandrick. I said, man, come on, man. I just going to let this man catch this ball down the field. And, of course, I know the day is catch, no catch, but that's a whole nother story. I can go on to a whole nother episode talking about this. But coaches do a great job in putting things in right perspectives. They're like, I'm going to give y'all another example of this. Like, for those who cold on those Madden sticks, y'all remember back in the days, last time I was playing Madden, they used to have this way back in the days. It's like they used to have the arena team out there. Sometimes people, and I know it's a Nintendo game or it's a game, it's not reality, but sometimes people can be so cold with those sticks that they could just give me the arena team. You know, and you can pick the last year's Super Bowl team, and I'm going to whoop you, you know, because I'm cold with it. I'm the coach. I'm the special teams guy. I'm the defensive guy. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm going to be able to control this thing, right? Just give me the opportunity to guide it. That's what a coach can do. Somebody be like, nah, dog, you ain't had an arena team. I'm whooping that tail. Oh, my goodness. But it's 4 phases to a football game. Dak plays better in general. Yeah, James Gray. Yeah, you're right. You 1,000,000% right. Darren, what's good with you, fam? Appreciate you. Urban Cowboys. I said Urban Cowboys. That's a cold-blooded name. But Unbiased Cowboy said, whoa, great analogy. Appreciate you. Defense was tied with 7 in takeaway last year. That's something to build upon, and only got more people with ball skills added. This is Chris Davis. Yeah, I mean, 7 in total takeaways last season. That's something, yeah, I think Mike McCarthy, he mentioned that earlier in one of his pressers, and he was saying that, yeah, that's something that they're going to build upon, and now they got more guys to take on to that and build upon that, and philosophy and picking it up. I believe if now you got a coach in Dan Quinn who's better suited with that, he's going to look at it and say, okay, all right, cool. They took the ball away. Now I just need to figure out how to stop the run. Good case in point. Let me see. Since I got it right here. Bear with me, Cowboy Nation. I got it right here. Excerpt from one of the greats here. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Excerpt from one of the greats right here.
Position, especially in the front 7 when your defensive ends.
Let me rewind it right here.
Under Mike Nolan, this defense, they had guys playing out of position, especially in the front 7 when your defensive ends were in a 2-point and they were dropping out. Those guys' hands will be in the dirt. They'll be rushing the quarterback. They'll be sound and fundamentally running the right technique. On the back end, they won't be overloaded with coverages. They'll have the same coverages they ran in Seattle. These guys will master those coverages. There won't be a lot of mental errors. Those guys will all be on the same page. Communication is important, and being on the same page, which eliminates a lot of those big plays, which put them at the bottom of the league last year. They didn't control the front because guys were all over the place. So they gave up a lot of rushing yards, which also put them at the bottom of the league. And guess what? When now all that happens, you give up points. So there'll be a little more order. Guys will be on the same page. The mental errors will be gone. Guys will be playing their right positions, and there won't be a whole lot of thinking. Guys will be able to react and play extremely fast.
There's one of the
they were hesitant
guys
last
right
year.
here. McGinnis here, and he's pretty dope, man, with his thought process in here. Guys were doing a lot of thinking. Guys were doing a lot of like, okay, I'm not buying into this philosophy that coach is saying, but I'm gonna do it anyway. When you're not bought in, 9 times out of 10, you don't study as much. You don't put all of your resources in on it, and then you see these things, blown coverages. You look at people that's playing hero ball because they feel that, hey, this is the better route or this is the better way to play. When they fail to do the cutback lane responsibility, they fail to come down to field because they think that, hey, I'm going to do it my way. And then the coaching staff don't have the cojones enough to bench said players because they're doing certain things. They're not playing through the echoes of the whistles, or they're not giving 100%. But when you have everybody balled in, that's why I always do this.
This is Sparta!
Reason why I play that is because during the Spartan Warrior movie, the 300, there was this one guy that couldn't lift his shield. He was kind of I guess, disfigured in a sense, but he wanted to be a warrior. He wanted to be a Spartan warrior. And the guy, was it Leonidas? I guess that was the chief of everybody, the captain. He was like, nah, dog, the way we operate is everybody is on the same page. We may only have 300, but it seems as if, though, it's 300,000. because we on the same page. And it goes a long way when you all are on the same page and you guys are all beating from the same heartbeat. Man, a lot of things can happen, man. And I'm telling you guys, that's the heartbeat. Dan Quinn, if he can get all of these guys on the same page, it's over, baby. It's over if that front can just stop the run. And if the secondary can still continue, like what Chris Davis just said, do their job, baby, it's over. But they all got to be on the same heartbeat, baby. They got to be on the same pulse. They do. They do. And it was off. And McGinnis, he just pulling out all of the things that the Cowboys did wrong last year. And if Quinn is smart, like I think he is, he will accelerate those who picked up the program, and he will eradicate those who are not on the same page and put the right people in. When does the late night hype start again, Law? We working on that as modi as we are. Disposable Spartan. Right. No, Law. The deformed one, father was a Spartan. Yeah, but the deformed one, they said, hey, whoever the deformed one father was, he was a Spartan, and he wanted to fill his father's shoes, but he couldn't lift his shield. So therefore, it's like he still had something for him to do, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to become a Spartan warrior, but he said, hey, man, you can't lift your shield, man. You can't lift your shield, so therefore there'll be a chink in the armor, and you will expose everything. So, but I can tell you what, we can still use you to grab the bodies. We can still use you for the food. We can still use you to go run and get some water. And he was like, nah, man. And see, there's people out there that act just like him, refusing to be a part of the team because they're not on the front. Well, they're not out there in the spotlight. So by him getting kicked out and cast aspersions on and sullied and denigrated, what he did, he went to the Persian people and told them everything, where they gonna be at and everything. Is that how the movie went, right? He just hated on them. He just told the whole game plan to everybody else. So there's people like that, and this organization that we hope they don't cross this pathway. And there's people out there that's supposed to be your friends that would do that to you, and that's just life too. In general, beyond football, that's just how it goes. Yeah, Mike particularly, he's supposed to be a water boy, but he got mad. He's like, no, I want to be a spot. I want to wear the red cape. But, that's just how it goes.
They were unsure. They were uncomfortable.
Right.
Unsure. Not just the guys standing up, but also the linebackers. We saw Jalen Smith out of position a lot, and then because of his frustration, maybe not finishing plays, then it became a question of effort. And it really wasn't effort. It was more just that frustration that continued to snowball there, and they were lost. Now, look, you had Aldon Smith, who used to be there, who knew that Mike Nolan's scheme, if you played it accordingly, could be effective. And he was trying to tell these guys, look, buy in, and they just had trouble doing that. So that's why Nolan is out. That's why Quinn is in now. And Willie, when you talk about the simplification up front, I would also say what's going to happen for these linebackers is they're going to have more defined roles. I think you're going to see Micah Parsons, though he's a linebacker, is extremely good as a rusher when they bring him. So I think you're going to see pressure from Parsons.
Right.
I think you're also going to see Jalen Smith be asked to go forward at times as well.
Facts.
And then Leighton Vander Esch and Neal are going to be the two guys that are going to be asked to cover at times as well. So I do believe having more defined roles and understanding what your role is as an individual player will then help this unit to play well. And look, we all know what the offense was doing with Dak Prescott, who was on pace for 6,000 yards. And by the way, that pace wasn't even a full 5 games because he didn't finish that 5th game. Just play a little defense, and you'll have this team feeling good about their overall prospects.
And when you talk about the linebackers having a bigger role, well, look at the Seattle defense with Bobby Wagner and K.J. Wright. Those guys are dropping in the coverage. They are doing a lot of different things. They're very versatile. And that's what you have with Jalen Smith and Micah Parsons, two athletic linebackers that can do a lot. They'll be on blitzes sometimes. They'll be in coverage sometimes. And you'll use them a lot of different ways. But when you have a gator, he doesn't just throw a game plan out there and try to make the pieces fit. He devises a game plan around his skill set and the personnel that he has. And I think that's what Dan Quinn is really good at. He'll put guys in position to win and play to their strengths versus confusing them and overloading with things that they're uncomfortable.
Hey, man, I got to rewind that one right quick. Let me rewind that one. And y'all pay attention to what he says about this and write it down so we can have this in our mental mindset. And matter of fact, let me post this right quick somewhere visible so you guys can have like a notion of what we had to overcome last season. All right, I'm gonna post this somewhere. I just put that little stat line. It's a horrible one, I'm gonna put it somewhere right here. And you guys see Cowboys defense, points per game 28th, total yards per game. Let me know if you guys can see that. 23rd, sacks tied 20th, takeaways just like Chris Davis just mentioned. 7 in takeaways. We tied with somebody. But write this down for what he said, or just snip it, man, and just put this, and it'll hold him accountable to it.
A lot of different ways, but when you have a good coordinator,
listen,
he doesn't just throw a game plan out there and try to make the pieces fit. He devises a game plan around his skill set and the personnel that he has. And I think that's what Dan Quinn is really good at. He'll put guys in position to win and play to their strengths versus confusing them and overloading with things that they're uncomfortable with.
Yeah, and he goes away on that one. But, Cowboy Nation, I believe in the hearts of hearts that this team will be better than what we were and what we seen last season, as far as the defensive side, for sure. I believe, and if you believe the same thing, let me know in the comment box, man. Say, I believe, we winning in Dallas. We are. We flat out winning in Dallas, and I believe that will happen. I've mentioned that somebody should go and create a T-shirt that says, "We winning in Dallas," and I didn't get many offers, but somebody said, "Okay, Law, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create a T-shirt line saying we winning in Dallas," and I want to put this link out here. Appreciate you, Rollin. Appreciate you so much for your donation to help elevate the nation. T over there, I see you.
Wonderful show, nephew. Keep up the good work. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Yeah.
Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face.
Woo.
Smiley face.
How many smiles?
Smiley
Yes.
face. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smiley face. Smile.
Cut it off. Smile for me. Won't you just smile for me? That's what I'm talking about. Hey, y'all see that picture right there? We winning in Dallas. I told somebody to create that. I forgot your name, but I copied the link. You guys go and purchase one of these shirts that says we are winning in Dallas. Yeah, we are winning in Dallas. They created the link. The link is in the description box. And thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established, right? So for whoever created this T-shirt, all of the proceeds, I said, just give me 10%. I changed it. All of the proceeds go to you. I'm going to share this link to everybody, to all of my followers. We winning in Dallas. We winning. And that is from Boss Man Fat. See, he spoke those words, and now it's finna come, baby. It's finna come out. And here's the shirt and other formations. We're winning in Dallas. He got the lady over here. He got the guy with the new haircut with French fries on top, shade on the side. That's pretty dope. I need to get some of that type of groove going. And see how smiles. See that smile right there? She's happy because we winning in Dallas. Yeah. You got all types. Look at the colors of it. Get all types of color. Even got pink for October. And then they got different shades and variations. We winning in Dallas. Got the glasses just in case you need to see better. Got the shoes and everything. Got the wallet over here with the money hanging out. We winning in Dallas. This guy went and created this T-shirt line. or girl, I don't know the gender of the person, but if you're watching, we got your whole video your whole website right here. We winning in Dallas. I said that about a couple of episodes ago from what Boss Man Fat had to say. We winning in Dallas. Yeah, so y'all see it, get your popcorn ready. CD Lab. So I got another challenge for somebody. I think that's how you say your name, Adolf, long as you're not Hitler, but Adolf Glass. I don't know if you say that name. Pardon me. You got get your popcorn ready, -CD. So, anybody that's creative enough, this time I want a picture of CD Lamb. Get CD Lamb and just put the phrase just like he got right here. Get your popcorn ready, CD, and put Lamb at the end. And I'm gonna put your link out here, and people can go buy those T-shirts. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go purchase one of these right here. We winning in Dallas. I'm gonna wear it on one of the episodes. So yeah, we winning in Dallas. Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I have for this moment. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and go purchase one of those shirts. The link is in the description box. We winning in Dallas, baby. We are. Let me know who. We ain't lying. We winning. Appreciate you, Jason Warren. Thank you so much for your donation to help elevate the nation.
Long-time follower and fan of the Cowboys since '77. Haven't mistaken games since '82. How can fans like me really believe in this Cowboy team?
Well, I come here to tell you that sometimes your love and adulations take you there. Some people have droughts of 40 years and they still believe, right? Wandering around in the desert. When we gonna get to the promised land? Man, our Father who art in heaven said, man, we gonna get to the promised land, man. But we've been wandering around for 40 years. And I come here to tell you that I believe that this is just my belief. You guys can keep it and keep yours wherever you want it. But I believe that we're going to get back to that land before 40 years is up, right? I know. I know it seems far-fetched right now because we've been having the same issues. But if you feel like this team is the same team that we were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago, then I come here to tell you that we're not. We're changing, baby. They say, Law, you're too optimistic. No. Just trying to speak it into existence. But I appreciate you, Jason. Keep your mind together. Keep your thoughts together. We winning in Dallas, baby. Y'all write this down. Pay attention to this one. I say it on all of my closings. I just write shit in there. Let me see some fire emojis if you can. You see, Joseph was also thrown into slavery. For 25 years, his brethren sold him off because of his vision, because of what he believed in, right? So don't let people try to throw you into bondage, right? Whereas you want to hate the next person. We may have been there because we're developing on something. We might climb out on things, and we can be placed on some of the highest positions. Think about this. Kansas City Chiefs fans that stayed loyal to their organization. They didn't go anywhere. How many Super Bowls do they have, right? They finally won one a couple years back. Think about this. Buccaneers, those fans that, since 2001, they were saying, we're going to make it back. They made it back last year. They didn't fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. They don't still have more rings than the Cowboys. No. They still stay loyal. They still support their team. You can do the same thing over here, Cowboy Nation. Think about funky Philadelphia Eagles. They delusional as all get out. They say they finna go on a repeat and all of these things, right? Yes, they can celebrate their ring because they won it in 2017. I come here to tell you if they still living up to the mighty Dallas Cowboys. Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. Keep your head high. Write this down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight, to work day and night, and give up your time and your peace and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, and fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing, from the thing you want. If dogged and grim, and besieged and besetted with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, oh yes, we will get it. Y'all already see this chemistry building right before our eyes. Man, CeeDee Lamb is bigger and stronger now. Michael Gallup playing and fighting for his contract. Yes, Rain Dakota Prescott is back, baby. Yes, he is. Yes, Ezekiel Elliott's looking slimmer. He's ready to get this thing. We got a dog in the name of Michael Parsons. He's ready to eat. So I come here to tell you guys right now, let's go, let's grind. Let's remove all the negativities. Let's put these things together, Cowboy Nation, and let's begin to fight. Let's roll up our sleeves. Everybody's saying and counting us out. Yes, it may seem impossible, but right now, Cowboy Nation, I come here to tell you guys right now that this team is ready. Oh yes, we winning in Dallas. Just like this t-shirt. See the smiles? It's gonna be permeated all everywhere. Oh, all of the haters, they can't stand this right here. The imagery, the solution that we finna put forth and bring forth to everybody. So Cowboy Nation, y'all load up, y'all mount up. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. One way or another, let's continue to grind and shine. My name is Law Nation. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We out, baby. The drought is over. I see you, Trey. I see you, Asmodeus. We winning in Dallas. Let's go. We out. Let me get some fire emojis somewhere. All of this stuff is gone, baby. It's over with. Let's go.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. No, G's, no, please, no photos.
Yeah.
Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up. Wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up.
Uncle Charles, I see you, fam. Let's go.
My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays, nothing really is ice. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. No, G's,
no, tell him.
Please, no photos. I keep giving game away.
Yeah.
I put game on layaway.
Come on.
I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
Shout out to you, Miss Scotty Pro.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
Yeah.
I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know.
We winning in Dallas t-shirt is pinned to the top. Let's continue to grind, baby.
Try you out and then they line you up.
Oh, let's go.
Hungry ribs are touching, need some food.
Come on,
now you're
Nation.
all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. I ran up a check, I might do it again.
It ain't over with. As Modi is, let's grind.
Toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins.
Jim Law.
If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up,
yeah.
Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?
Yeah, tour. Let's go.
Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up.
Stack 'em.
Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll.
Yeah.
Pray up, get money, then we lay low.
Pray it up, let's go. Yeah.
Add it up, bankroll, euro.
Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that we have for this moment. Hit that like button on your way out. Let's go. Club Nation, baby.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Yeah.
Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me?
We out, baby.
Told her if it's all me, everything is on me.